I'm gonna be honest, I used to hate Facebook. I barely posted. Maybe a random update here and there, but I never took it seriously. In fact, out of all the social media platforms, Facebook was my least favorite. But then I discovered something that completely changed my opinion. I found out that Facebook will pay you to post. In fact, they'll pay you for all types of content. They'll pay you for images, text posts, reels, stories. My first payout was for $137, right? Nothing crazy. But that small deposit turned into me making almost $200,000 from posting on Facebook. Trust me, when I say that out loud, it still doesn't make sense to me. And just for all the fakers out there, I recorded my phone to show you this is how much I've made as of December the 3rd. It is about 1 o'clock my time. So an hour after lunch, I've already made $2,400 just from Facebook. So if you want to make real money on Facebook in 2026, let me show you how the monetization program works and what you need to do to get in. All right, so step 1 is understanding what Facebook actually pays you for. And this part surprises a lot of people because Facebook doesn't just pay for reels, it doesn't just pay for videos or viral moments. The content monetization program pays for the types of posts that you're seeing every single day. These are text posts, images, reels, and stories. Now here's where it gets interesting and most people get it wrong. Since I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, everybody always assumes it has to be the video, it has to be the reels that are making me the most money on Facebook. But it hasn't even been close. My main revenue driver has been images. Second has been text posts, but there's no question images, which are so much easier to make, so much faster to create, represent almost 90% of all the money I've made on Facebook. Why is this such a big deal? For anybody that's ever created video content, you know how long it takes to record a video, to edit a video, and to finally publish that video. Even a 60-second short can take up to 2 hours or longer to actually hit publish. So when you can post images and make a significant amount of income for a fraction of the work, I don't know of any other social media platform right now that competes with Facebook. But here's the key. Just because that works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. And I've seen it firsthand. I had somebody that reached out to me that found my YouTube channel. They've been posting on Facebook for several months, got invited into the content monetization program. They're making thousands of dollars a month, and a majority of all the money they make are from reels. And another person who recently bought my course, Get Paid to Post, where I show people how to make money on Facebook. This person also new to the Facebook content monetization program. They've been in it for a month. They just hit their first $1,000 month, and as you can see, most of the money they made all came from reels. So the point here is that one format is not better than the other. You just have to find out what works for you, and most importantly, what type of content are your followers engaging with. Step 2, let's talk about eligibility. You might already have an invite to the content monetization program, you just didn't know it yet. If you want to monetize your personal profile, you have to turn on professional mode. You can do that in your settings. It's super easy. If instead you want to monetize a business page, once you create that page, technically it's already in professional mode. Now, if it's a brand new page, do not expect to get invited into the content monetization program for at least 30 days. Facebook released an update to their monetization policy, which clearly stated that 1, you need to publish original content, and 2, you have to do so for a minimum period of 30 days. I've had people comment or ask me, hey, I've been posting for 3 days, 5 days. How come I don't have an invite yet? It's not that simple. You have to post consistently for at least 30 days. Let's move on to step 3 and talk about how do you actually get invited. Now, there's a lot of misinformation on the web, and I think a lot of this has to do with older legacy programs that Facebook had. They had their ads on reel program, they had their performance bonus program, they've got a breakthrough bonus program. Now, with some of these, I think they used to say that you had to have at least 10,000 followers or so much watch time before you get invited. And that is clearly not the case. As I mentioned earlier, that page that got invited that made their first $1,000 with reels, they only had 7,000 followers when they got invited. There's another person who bought my course. They've had their Facebook page for a while now, like mine, but they didn't take it seriously. After they started posting consistently, they also got invited into the monetization program, and they also had just under 7,000 followers. But there's no doubt that the common trait that I'm seeing, people that are getting invited into the content monetization program, they are posting a lot. We're not talking 1 to 2 times a day. We're talking multiple times per day, at least 5 to 6, sometimes up to 10 to 15 times per day. But you also want to be careful because the name of the game is not just posting a ton of content. You want to post content that drives engagement. So if you're just posting a bunch of crap just for the sake of posting it, but nobody is commenting, nobody is sharing, then you're just not going to get invited into the program. What I often tell people, especially if you're a newer page and you haven't been invited yet into the program, you have to think of your page as an audition. So if somebody's coming to your page for the first time, are you creating content that people want to read, that they want to follow you, that they want to leave comments, or they want to share with their friends? Because I promise you what's not going to work if you find some sort of viral post or viral meme, you take that, you copy and paste it into ChatGPT and have it give you 50 variations, and then you put all those on your Facebook page. You have to ask yourself, if you came across your own page, is that the type of content that you want to engage with, that you actually want to follow? And if you're being honest with yourself, it isn't. So that's why you want to sprinkle in text posts, you want to sprinkle in images, you want to sprinkle in reels. And if you don't want to show your face, that's fine, but you have to show your personality. You have to have an opinion. You have to share content that people are going to engage with some way, somehow. All right, step 4. Once you get invited into the content monetization program, here are a few things that you absolutely want to avoid. The first thing is that you have to understand that Facebook is not like other social media platforms, specifically X, where you can post whatever you want without concern that you're going to get kicked out or flagged or suspended. If you start sharing content that is absolutely not true, not factual, trying to spread lies for the sake of engagement, I promise you're going to get kicked out. I highly encourage that you review Facebook's partner monetization policies because they make it abundantly clear what you should not do. And I'm speaking from experience here because I've had a few posts get flagged that I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. But after my account got dinged, when I read the monetization policies, I realized, oh crap, okay, do not do that again. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because I have another video going live where I share how I got kicked out of the monetization program. Yeah, true story. Thankfully, I got back in. And I'm gonna share exactly what happened, what I did to fix it, and what you need to avoid so that it doesn't happen to you. Another thing that you wanna be careful of, especially if you're doing videos or reels, if there's copyrighted music being played in the background, could get flagged. And the last thing that you wanna do is get kicked out of the program for something like that. All right, the last thing that you absolutely want to avoid is please do not steal other people's content. Facebook is cracking down hard on this. So what does that mean exactly? That means if you take somebody's reel and you download it and you post it as your own without making any sort of adjustments or edits or adding your own spin to that reel, Facebook now has a way to track to see if that's somebody else's content. So if you think you're gonna find some other viral reels, upload it as your own and make a lot of money, the only thing that's going to happen is that your account's going to get flagged and you may be permanently banned from the program. This doesn't just apply to Facebook Reels. If you're going TikTok or Instagram or even on YouTube, trying to download those videos and then uploading as your own, you might get away with it for some time, but I promise you it's not worth it in the long run. Now, another big no-no, which is just a huge pet peeve of mine, is that don't download somebody else's picture and upload it as your own. There's one thing taking a screenshot of somebody else's post on either Facebook or Threads or X. In fact, I do that a lot. But if you found somebody else's post of a picture that they took of their house or their car or even their family, and then you post it as your own, and then you even copy and paste the caption, because the logic is, oh, it went viral on their page, why would I just post it on my own page? It's just tacky. It just is. As of right now, Facebook does not have a way of tracking that, but I promise you it's something that they are working on. Not to mention, I've seen other creators call out other people that have done it. So if you think that you're going to post somebody else's content as your own and they're not going to find out, I promise you they are. I actually found another page that was doing this. They were taking my pictures, my captions, not making any changes, copy and pasting, making no changes, even though I wasn't following them. But guess what? The Facebook algorithm shared a post of theirs, which happened to be a picture of me and my wife and my kids outside my pool. And I'm like, wait a second, that's me, that's my family, that's my post. The original creator can report your page to Facebook and mark it as stolen content. And if that happens, you can be permanently, not temporarily, permanently banned from the content monetization program. And I know I said it, I'll say it again, it's just not worth it. Going into 2026, there is nothing more I'm excited about than the potential that I see with Facebook. Because with me making almost $200,000 this year, when I didn't really take it seriously until the summer of last year. And I'm telling you right now, I'm locked in. And I'm not the only one. I'm seeing other creators that are making 4 or 5 figures a month with the potential to make 6 figures a month all from Facebook. And the beauty of this is that there really is zero cost to get started if you just want to test it out. Now, if you got the creator bug and you really want to maximize your earnings in Facebook for the next year, please check out my course, Get Paid to Post. It's the course that I wish that I had when I first started. I show you the exact system, the step-by-step, and how I went from making $137 to almost $200,000, all from Facebook, all from the content monetization program. And if it's not a good fit for you right now, no worries. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because I've got a lot of content ideas. I want to share everything that I'm learning with Facebook to hopefully help you make more, how to drive more engagement. I'm also grateful because of the course, I'm getting access to a lot of other creators and their pages and how they're making money. And what I'm learning is that there are so many different ways that you can make money with Facebook. So please follow along because I got a lot more good content coming your way. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.